I finished making the enclosure, almost finished, for the Rankins dragons. I put them in the tank that I used to have the crested geckos in. I moved the crested geckos. The one larger one was continuing to grow and he was getting larger. And the three smaller ones I had were still pretty small, so I decided to separate the small ones from the large one. And I got them in tanks. I'll show an update on them a little bit later. But I got them in separated tanks right now. And I put the Rankins dragons in here. The reptile carpet's great. I took it out, shook it out. Well, first I vacuumed everything off, and then I took it outside and shook it off. Then I just put it in the regular clothes washer, and it turned out perfect, really clean. Here's two of the Rankins dragons. Those are the two that are supposed to be females. They have spots on them. I don't know if that's I don't know if you can see it, but you see the silver right above the middle of my finger. There's like a silver spot right on its tail, right between its legs on its back. This one has it too, right here. And then this one, which is the male, has a spot as well. Let's see if we can see it. It's on his tail. His is purple, so maybe that's a way that they use to mark which ones are males and females. For food in here right now, I just got a water bowl, and then in that bowl is bearded dragon juvenile pellets that I hold up there to keep that cage closed up there, but there's pellets in there, and then I put some calcium. Feed them insects, of course. I'm going to do some more research and probably do a care video on these guys soon. For now, their tank is set up. There's a medium-sized heat pad under this side of the tank, so they got belly heat in a warm tank over there from that. They have this is a Zilla dual compact fluorescent light. It's got UVB, UVA. It's for desert reptiles, so it's a UVB light form with a screen top. And then I'm also going to probably be adding, this is a 75 watt heat glow. I'll probably be adding this as well. I just set up the tank, so I'm going to be using my digital thermometer. I need to get an infrared thermometer. Those things are awesome. You can just point it at a spot and shoot it. It tells you the temperature. It's like a thermometer gun. It's awesome. But I use this right now. It's my main thermometer that I use. So I'm going to test their tank, and depending on how good the heat pad does, and this light is actually pretty warm too. Depending on how hot it gets, I might add on this 75 watt heat glow, and that would be good for nighttime as well when the regular light goes off, although the heat pad's going to be on at night also, so that should be good. Set up their tank pretty simple. I took out most of the plants because I put the plants with the crested geckos. So I just left one plant in this tank, one with more wood for them to climb on. And then we just got the decoration in the middle. It's actually just a fish tank decoration, but it's just a big rock. And then we got it's kind of like a pirate's chest over there on the left, all hollow out. So that it's just a 20-gallon long. These guys, when they're older, 3 of them would need probably at least a 30-gallon tank, maybe a 40-gallon tank. But right now this 20-gallon is huge for them because they're just tiny still, 3 to 5 inches. They got pretty good colors. They look very similar to the bearded dragons, of course. I really like this one's color. It looks very orange. And then the other female right here, she's a little grayer. She's probably the least colorful one. And the male's really nice too. He's orange and he's really bright. You see the white diamonds in the middle? They're really white, and there's really dark around them. It's really high contrast. It looks really nice, his back. See that purple mark on his butt? And the other ones have silver marks. See? Silver. It actually kind of looks purple as well, but it's not. It's silver. And that one's purple, but it looks blue on this camera. In real life, it looks a little bit different. It's weird. To feed them, I'm going to see if they like these fruit flies, and I'm going to feed them mini crickets, of course. I've got the pellets in there, and probably feed them other things, any insects, mealworms, kelsey worms. They're just like bearded dragons in the way that they eat pretty much. Lettuce, some other vegetables is good. Pretty active. They were really calm when I had them out of the tank. They're really nice, so pretty amazing for getting them from online and just taking them out of the box, how nice they are, and all seem healthy and good. all moving around. None are just like sitting there, so seems like everyone turned out good from shipping. See, I love bearded dragons, and I guess these guys, Rankins dragons, they always look at you. They're always paying attention to what's going on in the room. It's just the most interactive lizards are probably the dragons. They're just great lizards. First poopy in the cage. As you can see, these guys right now, see how long he is? He's like the length of my finger. Let's go up to the bearded dragon. He's like the length of my finger to the middle of his body. Way bigger. Probably swallow one of the Rankins dragons in one bite. My female. These are leatherback bearded dragons. Male has really nice color. Their cage needs to be vacuumed out. That's how I clean these cages with reptile carpet. I take off the top every once in a while, and I just use the hose from the vacuum. It's really not that dirty in the rest of the areas. It's all pretty clean actually, but for some reason they seem to get their poop stuck back in there, so gotta take that out. They got lots of plants. I might take some of those plants out too and give extras to the crested geckos, even though they got tons. Just like bearded dragons standing on top of each other. Alright, just wanted to show their enclosure and talk about them a little bit. I'll probably do a care video, more complete, and probably do that in the next few days once I do some more research and kind of think about what to say. But pretty soon we'll do a care video on them, and I guess the only thing left, well, I don't want to show these guys. This one's really dark as well. The hypochonder and milk snake I got's down in the tank with the other one down here. But my first one, not the one that I got today online, my first one actually bit me. Didn't hurt or anything, but I took them out to compare the old one that I had and the new one, and the new one's fine, didn't bit me. It's a little jumpy, but the one that I already owned, I don't handle it very often. It's the first time I've handled it in like a week or two, and it bit me once, but wasn't bad, no marks, so